This would have made Earl Weaver, the Oriole manager back in the day, proud. A 3-run homer and dominant pitching. That's what the Dodgers feature tonight. Tyler Glasnow. Wow, he was amazing.
Unbelievable. I mean, his fastball was electric today. It was right by every single Twin hitter. Just 14 strikeouts, no walks, only 88 pitches. And trust me, if this was later in the year, he would have gotten CG today. But it's April. It's his 4th start, so they wanted to keep him back a little bit. But wow, what a performance.
And the man who caught Tyler Glasnow tonight, Will Smith, also helped out his pitcher with his first home run of the year, a 3-run shot the other way. Let's hear from Smith right now with Kirsten Watson.
Will Smith, tonight, Tyler Glasnow was lights out. He matched his career high, 14 strikeouts. What gave him the edge tonight, though?
Yeah, he was dominant. His fastball was coming out really good. He was really controlling his slider and his curveball, just making it really tough on them. And, he just continued to execute pitches, and that was really fun.
Navigating through their lineup, what was the focus for you two, though, tonight?
We were just focusing on his strengths, doing what he does really well, and we went out and executed it.
You gave him some run support there in that 5th inning, a 3-run home run, had 2 hits tonight. I know we talked when we were in Chicago, you had a 4-hit game, but do you feel like things kind of got back on track with an outing today?
Yeah, I think so. A couple little swing adjustments. That's kind of what you're always doing throughout the season. So, a couple of good swings tonight. Try to keep it going tomorrow.
It's crazy to think that this is only Tyler's 4th start with this team. How much are you looking forward to seeing more from him if this is what his 4th start looks like?
Yeah, I mean, if he can do better than tonight, that'll be pretty impressive. But he'll be back out here in 5-6 days, whatever it is. I expect another good one from him.
Well, congratulations on everything and a spectacular outing from Tyler as well as you tonight.
Thank you.
2 more hits tonight for Will Smith, batting .400 for the season. Jerry, you were walking in here after he hit that home run. You thought, that was such a picture-perfect swing that he had when he went opposite field for that home run.
It's balanced, it's powerful, it's short to the ball, long through it. He is the perfect guy to be hitting 4th in this lineup after Mookie, Shohei, and Freddie Freeman. Just love the approach. He's so balanced. Yes, he has a leg kick, but it is a pretty quick leg kick after he gets high, and now he gets short to the baseball, then long through it. Look at this. You always see his hands, and he stays inside the baseball, going the other way with authority. Love that swing. Tell you what, he is continuing to get better and better. You don't think he's going to light up the next, decade, knowing he's got those 3 guys hitting in front of him? Amazing.
Absolutely amazing. And, the thing is, that's like a middle in fastball that he just got, and that he hit it the other way. He wasn't trying to hit a home run. A lot of guys would have tried to hit that ball to left field, would have rolled over it, double play, ending right there. No, he stayed inside of it, stayed through it, nice and short, like Jerry said, drove it to right field. Picture perfect RISP hitting right there.
Certainly was. And meantime, Tyler Glasnow is a guy we talked about on the pregame show, Adrian, how this might be a really good matchup for him. He's yielding a 136 batting average going against a team that was the worst in all of baseball, hitting 181. And sure enough, he dominated them.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, when you have most of these Twins hitters, as you're watching, their swings are a little bit uphill, and he's throwing 97 on the rope. They have no shot at catching up to them, and he just showed them what, dominant pitching can do to a team that is really struggling at the plate, and it is just absolutely fun to watch for us.
Yeah, this was not, if you were the Twins, the perfect matchup for you. You mentioned, Gonzo, the elevated fastball with around 97 to 98 miles an hour with that elevated fastball, then a combo of the slider and the breaking ball. That is not a recipe for success if you're the Twins using that uppercut approach. You knew this was a really good matchup for Tyler Glasnow, and he took advantage of it.
Only 88 pitches to get through 7 innings, despite punching out 14 guys. Probably could have gone complete game, but the Dodgers had a comfortable lead in this one. They win it.
I feel attacked. I didn't hit many opposite field home runs.
You didn't
John,
hit any.
In my career.
Any. There's one too many letters in there. I
actually hit one, John, at Naperville North High School, my senior year in high school. The win was
okay, but this is not about you, Jerry. We're going to talk about James Outman because second straight night, James Outman has hit a home run, Jerry. We've seen some swing changes from him.
Yes, we have. We're going to go Access 360. We're going to see a little bit of a long swing from James Outman early in the season. You see him kind of pulling that front shoulder, really trying to generate some power, and seeing some chase. Now he's made an adjustment short to the ball and even short threw the ball a la Chase Utley. Love the bat path. And I love that he's not trying to do too much. He is so strong. All he needs to do is put the barrel on the baseball like this. You said it earlier, Gonzo, about 588 feet dead central. Love to see it. Look at Chase Utley. The Silver Fox making an appearance short to the ball, then short through the ball, but making sure that barrel stays through the zone. Love the swing change from James Donovan. If you Chase Utley the rest of the way, you're going to have a pretty good career.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, Dodgers win it 6-3. Tyler Glasnow becomes the first Major League pitching starter to reach 3 wins this season. Let's hear from him right now with Kirsten and the media.
Tyler, and tonight you matched your career high in strikeouts with 14 of them. Just what was working so well for you today on the mound?
I felt just a lot more balanced today. I think just everything, like my direction going towards home was more consistent than normal, and I think like everything was able to tunnel off of it. And I think even like the misfires were kind of misfires in the zone, so I think just being able to throw more strikes and get ahead of guys.
This is your 4th start of the season. Do you kind of feel like with each outing you're progressively kind of getting yourself where you want to be?
Yeah, for sure. I think like these last 4 for sure. I think like the first one to now, it's been like an uphill trend towards like, how I want to feel for sure.
How difficult is it to be consistent with your mechanics, with your size, and some of the stuff that they want you to do?
Some days it's not hard, and then some days it's hard. I think it's just like a start-to-start thing. I think maybe it's harder because I'm taller. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's not. But today it felt a lot better.
How early on could you sort of tell that things were kind of clicking all start for you?
I think it was kind of like throughout this week, I think making some good adjustments, and then like the warm-ups felt more like not amazing, but I think my direction of like how my ball usually moves was how it typically is when I feel right. And then I got out into the game and wasn't thinking about it, and it kind of just direction stayed the same, and it was good all game, and I felt like the tunneling was just a lot better.
And just like the life on the pitch.
Yeah, like not ripping off anything and just like falling over, and everything was just like through the catcher as opposed to like going right to left. And then I think when I'm able to do that, I can pitch off of my heater with every other. It's just like everything stays in the zone, and I can just kind of like rip it where I want to.
Is that kind of like, let's start like tonight where it's a lot of fastballs early, you're getting strikeouts on, you're mixing in some of the other stuff more.
I think just like being able to get swing and miss on fastballs, I think when I'm right, it's due to my direction, and I think just being able to pitch off that was why it was so good tonight.
Kept the pitch count under 90. I mean, was that part of your goal today, was to attack the zone and not rely on them chasing?
Yeah, I think it's just kind of like I always just want to just try to execute early and throw strikes early, and I think tonight I was just able to do that. And I think it had swing and miss and just got ahead of guys and wasn't falling behind and walking guys, so I think my pitch count was able to stay a little under,
Is there any part of you that wants to like go for the shutout there, or at this point of the year is it still kind of like you get it?
Yeah, I just think like now, and like maybe if this was like 4 years ago when it, you know what I mean, it's just like it's such a thing now where you get up there and pitch count and it's early in season. I didn't really expect to. I just don't think that's like really much of a thing anymore, and it's early on, like the long game, and I don't. It would have been nice, but I didn't really expect it.
How difficult is it to strike out 14 batters, just 88 pitches?
I don't know. I mean, I think when you feel good, it's very difficult, I guess. That's my answer. Yeah, it's always super hard. I think the big leagues is the big leagues, and the hitters are always so talented, and I think it's just the days that you're able to feel good, you can do stuff like that, I guess. Yeah.
You're the only guy who's ever done it in pitch tracking era. First guy to do that.
I had no idea. That's awesome. That's a cool stat. Thank you for sharing that with me.
In the game, like on nights like tonight, just like strikeouts.
Yeah, I always do. Yeah, I'd lie if I said I didn't, but I had them tallied up for sure. Yeah.
Thinking about like 15.
I knew that my career I was 14, and I had a feeling I wasn't going to go back out. So, but I was happy with 14. Yeah, I wasn't really like going to fight it or anything. Yeah.
Have you always done that as a kid? Did you keep track?
Yeah, I don't even like, it's like subconscious at this point. Like I just like, I think I'm aware of it. Sometimes I'll be off, but for the most part, like I kind of know. Yeah.
14 strikeouts, less than 90 pitches thrown, and he was even asked, would he have liked to have stayed out there, get the complete game? But Adrian, he admitted that he realizes the game of baseball has changed. It's different now. He says it's not really even a thing anymore. Yes, he would have liked to stay out there maybe 4 years ago, but he also knows this is about the long game as well.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, it's not a thing anymore. You know, I would have liked to have seen pitchers go deeper, but like you said, the game today is not like that. You see guys get pulled after 60 pitches, 70 pitches, and we're still in April. It's his 4th start of the year. You know, going 100 pitches is not something that they're going to stretch him out. They need him in October. So would I have liked him to go out there and look, just try to get 20 strikeouts and complete game? Yes. But, you know, like he said, he's right. This is not the era of allowing pitchers to go deep into games and get to 100 pitches in April. So, you know, he's just doing what he needs to do. And if he's told go back out there, he was ready to go back out there, but he knew he wasn't going to be able to get there.
14 strikeouts in 90 pitches. That is insane. Insane efficiency. Yes, he had everything working. Of course, back in the day, guys would throw 125, 140 pitches. They didn't care. Okay, they just wanted a complete game. But obviously, knowing the history with Glasnow, we got to make sure he is fresh, strong in October. That is the main thing. He understands that. Good to see him really have a dominant outing. Can't wait to see him pitch next time.
Awfully strong game show, and we watched James Outman saying something to Shohei Ohtani last night about the pitcher, and then sure enough, Ohtani went deep later in that same inning. When you're facing a guy like a Tyler Glasnow, what are you going back and telling your teammates? You have no chance?
Take 2 bats.
Get on top. Get your foot down and swing higher than you think. That's all you can say.
I remember telling a teammate, it may have been you, I said, does it look like I have a bat up there? That's what it probably feels like to hitters when you are overmatched and he's hitting his spots. Listen, hitters hit mistakes, but when a guy has overpowering stuff and hitting his spots, executing his game plan, you better hope you get something middle. And if you get middle, you better square it up, put it in play. They weren't doing that tonight.
All right, Dodgers take the first 2 in Minnesota. Let's go back to Target Field. Dave Roberts right now with Kirsten and the media.
Dave, Tyler Glasnow, ahead of the game, you told us that you wanted to see him just be more efficient through the entirety of his outing. With what he did today, is that exactly what you were looking for?
That's exactly what we were looking for. You know, we've seen Tyler over the years from the other side, and this is one of those things from pitch 1 to pitch 90 or 87, whatever it was tonight. He had complete control of the game, and he was throwing his fastball to all quadrants. And tonight, for me, I just thought the breaking ball was a game changer. He was striking it. He was getting swing and miss. He was working ahead. I think he had 14 strikeouts versus no walks. And so, yeah, I mean, that was as dominant as we've seen him all year, and expect more of that to come.
It's only his 4th start of the season. To see him get to this point so early in the year, just what does that say about him and the potential that he really has this season?
Well, I mean, you look at the big leagues, you know, he's an ace for any team, and so he demonstrated that tonight. And so, yeah, I thought Will did a great job with the fingers. I thought he caught the ball really well tonight, and you know, I think we're doing a great job of how we're managing them, using them, give them ample recovery. And today it was just all about him and, you know, just dominating. And, you know, we had some big hits, a couple 3-run homers, and, you know, certainly that was all we needed.
Do you get, like, excited watching him, especially like that stretch where he's, like, punching out 5-6 guys in a row, and you start thinking about, you know, what that means? Not only for tonight, but just kind of like the full season, and having a guy like that at the top of your rotation.
I do, and I think everyone does. And it's different in the sense that he's pretty easy to manage as far as, you know, during the game. But to have a guy that you know that can shut a team out or dominate a team, and you can throw up a couple crooked numbers and win the ball game and save a lot of your leverage guys, it's certainly comforting and exciting. But I think that, you know, even with Bobby tomorrow, I'm excited to see him bounce back from his start in Chicago. So it is nice that we have the arsenal to kind of run out those guys with high-end stuff.
How early did you sort of tell that he was kind of this locked in with his delivery?
I thought, you know, because the first few, there were times where he was locked in and then it kind of went awry a little bit. I saw the same stuff, and he just continued to maintain it throughout. But I thought him being able to strike the breaking ball versus right versus left was a big tell for me.
We talked a lot about Mookie Betts' hot start, and then we kind of switched over to Shohei. And all along, Will Smith has just quietly been hitting 400. Should we be noticing him a little more?
Well, I think so, but I don't think I think he likes it that way. As far as being under the radar, he's hitting fourth in a pretty dang good lineup, so he's not going unnoticed here. I think he's an all-star, and I think he's a star player, and he's very consistent. And I think the big three certainly gets a lot of media attention. But that four hitter's pretty dang good too, and yeah, he's very consistent, and he's exactly what we need behind those three guys.
Do you think James has unlocked something just from what you've seen from the home run last night to the home run tonight, and just his at-bats tonight?
I do, and even with the home run last night, I thought, to be honest, I thought that he was a little off balance. I thought it ran into his bat. Tonight, I thought going to center field with the fastball at the belt, and then even the breaking ball they hit deep to center field, I thought those were much better swings. So I do think that, yeah, he's kind of unlocking something pretty good.
You got any fight from Tyler, just how he was pitching coming out of the game?
No. I think that he understands that, our best interest is to take care of him, and he's a big part of what we're trying to do. So to think about one more inning to log, there's not a whole lot of upside for me.
Is this kind of like what the new version of like a complete game is, where a guy has a bunch of strikeouts, no runs, no walks, that's sort of just that kind of dominance?
Yeah, I think so. But his pitch count was fine. But I still think that this is fourth start. We're still in April. There's a lot of stuff going around right now. You got to make sure you protect these guys as best you can. And there's some other guys that we hadn't thrown in quite some time that needed to pitch as well.
Did it feel like, I know different circumstances, but a little bit of deja vu from 2 years ago with Kershaw?
No. That was a completely different thing, I think, and I still think we handled that one the right way.
I think of Mr. Glasnow tonight.
But it was really good. He was attacking the zone, getting ahead, and putting guys away. It's probably the best start he's had with us. So, hopefully he gets a little rest, 5-6 days, and be back out there and expect another good one.
He seemed like he was really overwhelming them with his fastball in particular. Why was that? What was it about that pitch?
I think it was just coming out of his hand really good today. It's good velo, spinning it good. He had really good command of it, just putting it in really good spots. And when he's mixing, it's really tough to hit. So yeah.
What's it like calling a game for a guy who can sort of have that kind of arsenal, especially when it's all kind of working?
Yeah, it's fun. You're just, making sure you're mixing speeds, mixing locations, just not letting guys keyhole and get in on them. So yeah, I thought he did a really good job tonight, and it was a fun one to catch.
We talked a lot about Mookie Betts' hot start, and then we kind of got excited about Shohei over here. And then we looked up, and you're hitting 400. Do you feel like you kind of overshadowed in that group?
Maybe. That's fine by me. So, yeah, just trying to, put together good at-bats, drive guys in, and, help the team win.
Yeah, I think Will Smith is a guy who prefers to be overshadowed a bit right there. And obviously, Shohei Ohtani casts a very large shadow. Yeah. His last 6 base hits, Adrian, have all been extra base hits. We saw a double from him tonight.
I mean, you are seeing what Shohei can do when he gets his barrel to the ball. That ball, every time we talk about a double or a ball that he hits, we're saying 106, 108, 110, 114. Exit velo. This guy just hits the ball hard. And when you hit the ball hard, guess what? Like today, Jerry said, ground ball past the first base and made it all the way to the fence. It's because he's hitting the ball so hard that he is able to get the extra bases out of it. And then when he hits the home run, like you see here, it's 4 bases.
And I think Joe Davis said it during the game, Adrian. He hit this ball 114 miles an hour right there. The top 7 hardest hit balls by a Dodger this year are all by Shohei Ohtani.
That's the thing. Is that, you talk about the exit velo and the ability for the ball to get past not just the infielders, but the outfielders as well. So now you pair that with his legs, that he's really fast as well. You talk about one of the best athletes in the game here. And, he's able to do things that not a lot of people can do. And, he's going to have a lot of extra base hits. That's why he's reigning MVP as we speak.
And as we saw last night, the opposite field home run on a ball he didn't really even need to crush to get all of it, and he's still able to hit it out of a lot of major league ballparks. It did that last night. Another double tonight.